With less than 70 days to the general elections, stakeholders expressed about the state of the nation and President Buhari's refusal to sign the electoral bill into law.
Lawyers talk about the rule of law. And the rule of law is actually the superstructure that determines what institutions are. The rule of law is the concept that the law is not a respecter of anybody, that the law is there and that all of us are subject to it, no matter who you are. There is no bigger institution than the institution of the rule of law. It is that institution of the rule of law that ensures that if the president commits an offense that is against the Constitution, he will be impeached, no matter the power he controls as president. In law,
our democracy has not produced progress. 6 years or so ago, I gave a lecture on political parties, which is what actually accelerated the pace of what led to the founding of the APC. It was at the Leadership newspaper's annual lecture, I think it was 2012 or so, and I made a point about the nature of political parties and the ease with which they can be cornered by some individuals. If you don't have systems of checks and balances and certain ethos, they can easily become dictatorships. And what we have now, right now in Nigeria, is a criminal capture of political parties.
Well, the two major political parties are at daggers drawn once again. If you ask me, the ruling party, they've not done anything good for Nigerians of this moment, frankly speaking. We had so much hope in them when they were coming. They talked of change. Yes, there have been changes, but the changes have been for the worse, if you ask me. And 2019 promises to be something that may turn out to be very volatile because of the positioning of this present administration. They tend to want to speak to violence. They came on the it would appear that they deceived Nigerians in coming to power. And they are intending, from all indications, from what happened in Ekiti State and which other states recently, they are obviously poised to use violence and power, which is what we're talking about in terms of good institutions. Look at the president who refuses to sign an electoral bill that is well intended for so long, and then he turns around and says it's too near elections. What are we here talking about? The Electoral Act is intended to improve on the electoral elections, the performance of the INEC and all of that. But here's a man who's refusing to sign it because he believes it will affect his so-called winning of the elections. It's unfortunate, you know, this is not right.